play style, what will it look like? You got a lot more size. Maybe are you guys going to be in the half court a little bit more? I don't know. What is it going to look like? I know you have a lot of shooters. Kind of being played around these 6'7", 6'6", 6'4" girls. What does it look like in terms of play style? Up and down a little bit?
Yeah, a lot of people want to bring me in to speak, and the generic question is, what's your philosophy? And I'll just ask them, what year you're asking about? Because you have to learn how to evolve. You do. And when I first got to Virginia Tech, we were small. We didn't have a dominant center, so we were playing small ball. We were running up and down, shooting threes, and trying to take advantage of our strengths. And then all of a sudden, you get a 6'6" All-American.
Got to be a little bit different now.
A 3-time ACC Player of the Year, and you're going to be like, "Hey, man, slow it down. Slow it down in the half court." And then when that becomes your formula, and we have the same type of roster, we're going to look to push it up and try to get easy opportunities early. If not, we're going to be very smart, and then we're going to try to be extremely efficient in our half-court set. You want to utilize your strengths. And our strengths right now, we have a lot of height. And so we probably will play a little bit slower than I anticipated, in the beginning as you're trying to establish yourself.
Yeah.
But we'll look to be opportunistic in the fast break.
Depends on your team, right?
Depends on your team. Depends on the night. Depends on your opponent, so... but one thing I will know is what will be consistent is we'll play hard.
Absolutely.
And we'll be a fun team to watch because, I think that everyone will see that, they're giving everything that they have.
This roster has so many different, weapons on it.
Yeah.
You got All-Americans coming back. You got your returners from Kentucky last season, Sanaya Tyler and Cassidy Rowe, who's been in the gym constantly. And then you got some incoming freshmen. I can read the list. Tanaya Becker, Lexi Blue, lights out shooter from Lake Highland Prep, Orlando, Florida.
She got the best Kentucky name.
Yes, she does.
Right, Lexi Blue.
Lexi Blue.
We couldn't have even, like, if that was a Disney movie, nobody would even believe it. Like the character's name, nobody would believe it, right?
Yes, has to come to Kentucky, right? Has to. But yeah, man, like, I guess, is there a player that really stands out to you so far? I know it's still early in the summer workouts, but have anybody really stood out that has made major improvements from being, from starting from campus?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously Clara Strack, as I mentioned before, Clara, backstory on Clara, she's young. She's supposed to be a freshman this year.
Oh, wow. So she's a class up.
She's a class up. When she got to us at Virginia Tech, our intentions was to redshirt her because we knew she was young. She didn't turn 18 until, I think, December of her freshman year, so she was a baby.
Yeah, she's young,
but she just exceeded our expectations back then. She worked hard, extremely high IQ player, and to the point where she worked herself into the strong rotation at the end of the year. And then when Kitley got hurt, she stepped in the postseason. I think she averaged about 17 points a game in the postseason as a young freshman. Yeah. And so, but she's gotten even better, since the end of the season, and I've been extremely proud of her development, as she continues to grow and get better. Then the other one I probably would have to say is Tiani Key. Coming from North Carolina, she played sparingly, didn't play as much, played behind a few really good players. Got here, and just from day one with us, she's expanded her range. She's shooting a 3-point shot now. Some of her post moves are developing. She has things that you can't teach. Length. She's very, very long. And so I think she's going to be able to help us as well. And I'm excited about, where she started from to where she is right now.